Hello ladies and gentlemen, Top Hat Gaming Man here! Recently I have been on the information superhighway because sometimes I like to do things that are really modern, like browsing the web. How exciting is the internet? It really is the future, in my opinion. Anyway, I use this little application online called Twitter. It's basically a site where normal people can interact with celebrities and basically write down whatever gossip they want. Who would believe that? Anyway, on this Twitter application, I noticed a lot of people talking a lot of crap about someone called Billy Mitchell. And my automatic inference was, oh, they're obviously EastEnders fans, aren't they? Ooh, that bloody Billy Mitchell. What nonsense has he been up to now? Has he been up to some low-level criminal activity with Phil and Grant? Is Peggy upset? That was my inference anyway. But no. That wasn't the case at all. These people were actually talking crap and complete smack about my idol here. Billy Mitchell, the arcade legend. This man is literally a walking, breathing icon. Look at him. Look how handsome he is. He's just amazing. Like, if I wasn't a straight man, and he wasn't a straight man because I can assure you he is, I would want to be his boyfriend. That's how amazing this Billy Mitchell is. Just look at him. He is a god. Look at that hair. Look at that well-groomed facial hair. Everything about him. He's got a lovely suit. Excellent man in general, isn't he? Anyway, it turns out a lot of people were talking crap about this man because apparently he's been cheating at arcade games and all his scores in the Guinness World Record book and on Twin Galaxies have all officially been deleted. Apparently every score has just been completely deleted and just rendered obsolete, which quite frankly I do not agree with on any level, and we will get to that throughout the video. Anyway, this Billy Mitchell fellow was a star in a documentary made back in 2006. And throughout the course of the documentary, it looked like the documentary filmmakers were intending to smear Billy throughout the whole process. It's bloody hilarious. They essentially made him look like, I don't know, like a dodgeball-esque villain or a bad guy appearing in a Will Ferrell movie or something like that. It's just hilarious. As I said, like, no, you had White Goodman in Dodgeball, Mugatu. He literally looks like that. They've made him appear, but in real life. Everything about him's hilarious. Like, he's going on about how great and how successful he is through the whole thing, and he's showing off that he's got his own brand of hot sauce, which is apparently selling everywhere. And then you've got this gentleman playing a guitar in the thing about how great Billy Mitchell is, which he is, to be fair, so I'm not going to discredit him for that. And yeah, they basically just paint this picture throughout the whole documentary of him being this uber pantomime villain. I cannot neither confirm nor deny whether he genuinely acts like a pantomime villain in real life or not all the time. But quite frankly, I think that's awesome. I think that's bloody amazing. Like, esports, how boring are bloody esports in general? It's just a bunch of nerdy, weirdo, pencil neck geeks who give little in the way of entertainment for the viewer playing a load of games. It's bloody boring. This man, he adds drama, he adds excitement. He's all round brilliant, as I was saying. So, let's go back to the documentary again. So it's 1982, Billy holds the record, 2006 comes along and this other gentleman steps up called Steve Wiebe, which is actually wrote Steve Weeb, which is quite amusing considering he's obsessed with Donkey Kong, which is a Japanese game. And Steve Weeb manages to break Billy's record. However, it turns out in the documentary that Steve Weeb used a little bit of a dodgy machine to beat Billy, and Billy sends people around his house. And basically it's all these back and forth shenanigans throughout the documentary of Billy finding ways to keep his title throughout the whole thing. It's like a bloody, like I said, it's like a dodgeball film or something like that, only it's a documentary. It's like watching wrestling, only it's apparently real life instead. This villain basically just finds so many different ways to keep his title throughout it, and apparently it's been recently revealed in the last week that the whole process was bent, and Billy is apparently this massive cheat, and he never really won anything. He's just a big fat liar. However, why would you strip him for that? I understand that apparently he did cheat in certain games, but as a result, they've now stripped him from every record he's achieved, which I find a bit ridiculous. Like, maybe he did bend rules here and there, but surely that makes sports more entertaining. Like, why do people like football so much? Why is the Premier League and football in general just so exciting? Because there's cheating sometimes. That's one of the things that makes it amusing. Like, for example, let's go back to 1986. Diego Maradona with the hand of God. He scored a goal against England using his hand. And that was known after the game. But because the referee never picked it up at the time, Argentina still won. And Diego went to refer to it as the hand of God, because the referee never saw it at the time. That's what's annoying to me about this. If all of these things wasn't identified at the time, then you can't retrospectively go back in time and correct it. Because where would that end in sport? So in sport, you don't go back in time and change everything because people apparently cheated years and years ago. So why would esports be any different to real sports? You do not go back and change records. Cheating happens. It's all fair game. In my opinion, Billy was just constantly thinking outside the box to defend what was his. And he was cunning enough to get away with it for years and years. I understand if he submitted a recent tape and that got done and they said, no, you can't do it, you cheated. But this was all years ago and this was in the record books, and now they're going back and changing history. So, if in real sports they don't go back in time and change the results if a competitor apparently cheated, then why are they doing that in esports? Can someone explain to me how it's any different? Because quite frankly, I can't see it. So Billy, he's still a hero in my mind. And actually, after the last few days, I have decided that he is such an inspiration to me that I am going to personally avenge his loss. I am going to make sure that I beat that pencil neck geek Steve Weeb's score myself. So I'm going to go out there, I'm going to procure my own Donkey Kong machine, and I'm going to play it every single day for years on bloody end until I am the champion of Donkey Kong, the new King of Kong, because in my opinion the esport needs a new champion, a new respectable champion who people can look up to and grow up to be like one day. Wouldn't that be nice? Like, look at this guy. He was the face of high scores. Look at him. Just look at him. Now look at me. I'm handsome too. I'm charismatic too. I'm going to be the new face of Donkey Kong, and everyone's going to either love it or cry about it, I suppose, like people were crying about him. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try and beat the score. Cheerio!
I think this is stream only.
Milk, by the way.
No, no need milk.
Of course you need milk, you barbarian.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Top Hat Chat.
And by exciting, he uses that term very, very loosely.
And ridiculously, this is the first episode of Top Hat Chat we have ever filmed in front of a live audience of
Most certainly
over 100 people, which is pretty outrageous because we're on Twitch at the moment.
Yes, we did a video fairly recently about Mario's, a Nintendo cereal, and
or Mario's, as they like to say in Novus Mundus.
That's absolutely fair. So what we're going to do now is basically one of our followers, a great guy, we have JP2 Gaming, actually sent us all the way from the States a box of diabetes.
Yes, is this an act of chemical warfare against us?
I feel like it must be. I mean,
basically, we done a whole video on this before, didn't we? About how is this dangerous to be feeding to children?
It's quite fibrous, so hopefully we won't shit ourselves. Yeah, and it's very, very sugary. And we wanted to try it because basically we wondered how much we were going to die if we were going to eat this.
Basically, I've just realised we're live streaming eating food. They do this in Korea, don't they?
They do.
So maybe we're going to build a whole new Korean audience right now, which would be lovely. The viewers are going up. So people want to see us eat cereal.
There we go.
I'm more excited than games.
There we go. So, Nintendo cereal, we have an amiibo with it. or amiibo connectivity with it, which we're not going to try live because it's absolutely pointless.
Yes.
But there we go. So we have amiibo connectivity, and we have this horrible